Hey folks, this is Psychotic Comedian for Paul Skinner for show number 63. And today I'm going to do, I did the interview with Kasem, and this will be deleted scenes from another interview that I did with Kasem. So I'll be me, Paul will be sitting here, and Kasem will be sitting here. So. Yeah, Kasem, holding back climax really helps too. I don't know how to do that. I feel like when it's coming, I got to get out of the way. You ever see Juggernauts? Stand back. You're still too young. We talked about your father also being well endowed. Is it a genetic thing from your father's side, or do big dicks run on your mom's side as well? My mom's very attractive. She could be. So it's not like you dragged your penis through the ooze of the Ninja Turtles, huh, Paul? I don't know what the sign says on that. I did a really funny film in New York City, an independent film called Being Paul Skinner, where I'd walk around town pretending to be famous. How about that? And it went pretty well. Why are those shows always the worst ones to masturbate to? Which ones? The ones like on Showtime. I watch like Real Sex. It's on like at 11. I'm looking to jack off in the next 5 minutes. Yeah. But then you get sucked in. There's a bunch of unattractive people on that show. Hippies, shriveled up balls. Watch this show. Watch this one. Are you trying to get me to look at your cock? No. This one. Oh, the Bunny Ranch. It's on HBO. Do you have any sex moves named after you, Paul? Let's switch in here. No, but there are certain things I'm known for. What's that? One of the moves I'm really known for is when I kiss the back of the girl's neck and I squeeze the rear end. Oh, my neck is just, it's like, Shimmy, could you show me exactly where you would do that? Right here, you kiss right here. Tell me about the harmonica. I told you to bring a harmonica. Let me rephrase that, if you wouldn't mind just shutting your mouth for a few minutes. I'll wait until you're finished. All the guests you've had on this show is very flattering. How many guests have you had? 6. 6? I thought you had a whole bunch. 6 is a whole bunch to me. All right. It's a very popular website, What, YouTube is? Well, obviously that is. I met the guy who first started YouTube. Oh, right? Well, who? It's an Asian guy. I forget his name. He made an impression on you. He said YouTube got started by me and friends sharing pictures of our pets, dogs, cats, whatever, through the internet. Who would have thought 5 or 6 years down the road it'd still be the same thing? Not quite. Okay, folks, that's the deleted scenes, and the rest I'll be doing stand-up. Hey, folks, we're back after the sit-down session with me and Chasm. It was interesting doing that. But anyway, I'm sorry this show starting a little late. I drove in here in my Corvette, and on the side of the road was one of my women friends, and she flashed me and said, hey, Paul," and I lost my concentration, and I ran over a guy on his bike. And as his tires were flinging everywhere, he goes, "Asshole," and we're running towards me. So, so again, I apologize for that. The other day I saw this big busty, radiant Spitfire blonde at the barnyard dance that I go to. And she said in a rough voice, I introduced myself as Paul, and she said in a rough voice, "Hey, Paul, I like to suck dick for bear money," and she goes, "Let's go, let's go back to my place and have some lobster crabs." I said, "What in the hell is lobster crabs?" And then she shook. She had a hell of a grip. Her arms were bulging out to here. And as she's shaking my hand, I was like bouncing up and down because she was so strong. She reminded me of like Paul Bunyan's ox, Babe. Next bit. Well, the other day there was this guy, kind of a weird guy that was, jumping rope in front of the treadmills where there's a bunch of cute girls, co-eds, I guess, college girls, that were working out on the treadmill, and I guess he was showing them his athleticism, and wanted to stand out. Well, eventually he tripped over the rope, his rope, and he caught on the treadmill, and he like sped way back and got some stitches and stuff. But anywho, that guy was me, of course, and they patched me up, and I got the girl's phone number, and she goes, "Paul, you go all out to make a first impression." Well, UPTV, some days I do have my moments. All right. Two days after I accidentally ran over that bicyclist, I was at the coffee hut, and I came out of there like at 10, 11 at night, totally hyped up, and I drove my car. I was driving my car like 50 miles an hour down on University Avenue, for Christ's sakes, UPTV, and I eventually hit a car in front of me and like catapulted me out of the windshield, and I landed on the biker that I apologized that I hit before I came into the show. And it was like, what a coincidence that was. But I'm going to buy him a new bike because I just feel bad. He got a new bike after I hit him the first time. But for some reason, I don't know, I ran into the pink Hummer. For some reason, UPTV, the pink Hummer plays hard to get from the other Hummers, and I really don't know why that is. I need someone to tell me why that is. I think one more bit here. Okay. All right. I got a few bodybuilding friends, actually one that competes in contests. And I was talking to him the other day. I just happened to see him at the gym. And I says, "I know I'm out looking, for women and to get laid left and right." And he goes, "Well, Paul, don't go to the bars, you don't get played." And he said he'd recommend, he's like 45, 46, and he goes, why don't you go to the library and read a book to a girl there? So I did just that, UPTV. I went and got a book called Horton Here's a Whore. And now I saw this fiery, busty redhead. I think I'll use a chair here. And she was like, sorry about that, Cleve. And she was like sitting in my lap, and I go, hon, Horton here's a whore, and he better get his money ready, because in a few minutes he's going to be getting some heady by a nice-looking gal in a teddy. Well, after that, she called security, and I was kicked out of the library as well. So I got kicked out of the coffee shop and now the library for not doing anything wrong. So how about that? Okay, I had to make little adjustments on the sit down. I thought it might be good. All right, thanks, Khalib. Hey, this is the last bit, and this is, I haven't covered any Bon Jovi songs yet, so this is from Bon Jovi, and it's called Wild as the Wind. So here it goes. Let me just get on here. I always think I have these memorized. I tried to make you happy. Lord knows I tried to be what you wanted me to be. I gave you what you wanted. God couldn't give you what you need. You wanted more from me than I could ever be. You wanted heart and soul, but you didn't know, baby. Wild as the wind that takes me away from you. Cold in the night without your love to see me through. And baby, wild is the wind that takes me away from you. Cold in the night without your love to see me through. Wild is the wind. You need someone to hold you. Someone to be there night and day, someone to kiss your fears away. I couldn't make your dreams happen. Lord knows I tried so hard to be what you wanted me to be. To kiss your tears away, I kept pretending. I like pretending, too proud, too strong to be. Not doing very good. I couldn't be the man to make your dreams come true. I couldn't be there, so I had to run, but I needed you, baby. Wild as the wind that takes me away from you. Cold as the night without your love to see me through. And baby, wild is the wind that runs through my heart tonight. Wild as the wind. Maybe a better man would live and die for you. Maybe a better man would never say goodbye to you, baby. Wild is the wind that takes me away from you. Cold in the night without your love to see me through. And baby, wild is the way that seeps through my heart tonight. Wild is the wind. Wild is the wind. Done. I think I got most of the verses on that. I was hoping I'd memorize the whole thing. But anyway, that's my bits and my song for my 63rd show. And Cleve's here as always. I much appreciate him, of course. So I'd like to thank him and Jason Liggett and Jake Shoemaker. And thank you so much for watching, the audience. And this is the Psychotic Comedian who bids you adieu.